Hi guys, this is my second devotion during this Holy Week. The reading is from Matthew 26 when Jesus goes to Bethany and has a meal with Simon the leper. This is where Lazarus, who rose from the dead, and Mary, his sister. And he's having a meal, he's reclining at the table, and Mary brings this alabaster jar of perfume, breaks it over Jesus, pours it over him. This would have been a very expensive jar, probably a year's salary. The source of it would maybe even come from the Himalayas. So incomprehensibly valuable to this family and this lady. And the disciples are indignant about it. They're suddenly getting very concerned about the poor and thinking this should have been sold to the poor. This shouldn't just be broken over Jesus. What a waste. And Jesus rebukes them. He says, no, stop messing with this lady. This is a beautiful thing she has done. This is preparation for my burial. She is seeing something you haven't seen. And whenever the gospel is preached, this story will go with it. So what is gospel? What is good news about this story? This is an extraordinary moment that this lady, Mary, would have recognized. This perfume poured upon Jesus would have stayed with them all the way through Holy Week. It would have been just pouring out of him when he's getting beaten and spat upon. It would have been poured. It would have been there. He would have smelt. He smelt this as as the nails are going into his hand as he's on that cross. They would have smelt this if you got near him. It would have given him an incredible strength and encouragement to go through the betrayal and the violence and the rejection and the trial and all the sufferings of this week. So I've been reflecting on what draws us into giving like Mary gives in this moment in an extravagant way. What happens for us to give maybe those untamed, wild parts of our heart that don't monetize or metric or think about the money of what is going on in this situation, but just give, that recognize the beauty of the person of Jesus and give and recognize this is a moment to give everything. What is God calling us to give in this moment? What is costly? What is sacrificial? What is connected with money? Let's be real. This is a story of mammon. This is a story of the disciples getting angry because money is not being spent in the way they want it to be, or they say they want to be. The virtue signaling, it should go to the poor. Now, this is a story of worship. This is sort of recognizing the value upon Jesus and recognizing the moment. What is the moment that we're living in that requires that God is seeking out and tilling over those deep parts of our heart to give without kind of cerebral controlling mechanisms, bean counting faith? What is drawn from the deep place of the heart that Jesus really truly wants? When was the last time that was accessed in your life? That generosity, that vision of faith, that desire for worship. And what will it take for Jesus to go there at this time in your life?